We'll be starting the program in just a few moments, but first, some notes about today's program. Feel free to invite your friends to join in this show, and if you'd like to offer your thoughts on any of today's topics, you can request to join the stage and participate in the discussion, or comment in the chat in the video stream. You can find all of today's headlines on our website, musicindustrycity.com. Just head to the latest Music News at Noon post to see all the articles we reference during today's broadcast. You can also register for free to get unlimited access to all the articles, news, and events in the city. And you may also watch us live on the video stream right from the website or on the Music Industry City YouTube channel. All right, is everybody ready? We begin our countdown right now.
Hello and welcome. It's great to have you with us on this Wednesday. I'm Peter Schwing, and here's what's happening. Qobuz makes Japanese acquisition. BMG buys Tina Turner's rights. YouTube deletes 2 official R. Kelly channels. Twitch, source code and creator payouts part of a massive leak. And live entertainment app Fireside chat launches to creators. No, it's not another Clubhouse clone. Those stories are coming up. We're first going to take a look at this day in music history. And also note, Eli and Angela have the day off. All right, this day in history, we mourn the loss of Australia's king of rock and roll, Johnny O'Keefe, who died at the age of 43 of a heart attack. He was the first Australian rock and roll performer to tour the United States. That was in 1978. On October 6, 2019, Ginger Baker, the legendary drummer and co-founder of rock band Cream, died at the age of 80. Also, Larry Junstrom in 2019, a founding member of the Lynyrd Skynyrd and longstanding bassist with the band 38 Special, died at the age of 70. This time last year, we mourned the loss of Eddie Van Halen, the revered guitarist and co-founder of the rock band Van Halen, died at the age of 65. Also in 2020, singer-songwriter Johnny Nash died of natural causes at the age of 80. He's best known for his 1972 hit, I Can See Clearly Now. And born on this day in 1949, Thomas McClary, guitarist for the Commodores. 1964, singer-guitarist Matthew Sweet. And in 1982, William Butler. You might know him, he plays synthesizers, bass, guitar, and percussion, and a whole bunch of stuff for Arcade Fire. Happy birthday. All right, in this day in history, in 1982, Madonna released her debut single, Everybody, on Sire Records. The track failed to enter the Billboard Hot 100 chart. It did, however, appear on the dance charts, and the song helped Madonna achieve her first appearance in a dance magazine. And in 2011, Starship's We Built This City was named the worst song of the 1980s in a poll by Rolling Stone magazine. The final countdown by the Swedish band Europe came in second, and Lady in Red by Krista Berg was third. Also making the top 5 were Wham's Wake Me Up Before You Go Go and The Safety Dance by Men Without Hats. You can dance if you want to. You can leave your friends behind, because if they don't dance, then they don't dance. Well, they're no friends of mine. All right, that does it for this day in history. To set the stage for commentary discussion, we provide informed perspectives and commentary on current headlines. If you'd like to offer your thoughts on one of today's topics, you can request to join the stage. I'd also like to say hi to everyone viewing the show in our video live stream on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and directly from the musicindustrycity.com website. Yes, you can go right to musicindustrycity.com, you can see the graphic there, video, you can watch us live. To stay up to date on this and other programming, you can sign up at musicindustrycity.com for more news, articles, and events. And with that, let's get to it. right, and this comes from Music Business Worldwide. And this is to access all the articles referenced in today's show and throughout the week. Visit musicindustrycity.com and view today's music news at noon post. All right, Qobuz parent company Xandri acquires Japan's Onkyo Music. The acquisition comes a year after Qobuz secured 10 million euros, which is roughly $10.992 million, to fuel its expansion in Asia. The news comes after Qobuz launched in April in Sweden, Denmark, Norway, and Finland, as well as Australia and New Zealand. Qobuz expects further expansion initiatives in the coming months. The sale of Onkyo Music is part of Onkyo's intention to streamline its activities and focus on its core business. Onkyo has transferred the assets of its Onkyo Music business to the newly formed Xandri Japan Corporation Limited. Xandri SA owns 85% of Xandri Japan Limited and Onkyo 14%. Qobuz says that the acquisition of Onkyo Music is an opportunity to broaden its high-resolution offerings and to, quote, enrich its catalog with local content such as J-pop. The site includes 384 kilohertz, 24-bit and 32-bit integer, and DSD, a whole bunch of numbers. Let's just say it's the high-res audio stuff. If you want to find out all those details, you can go check out the article. But Qobuz is known for its, the high-res as an alternative. And, when the Spotify and Apple have gone into spatial Dolby Atmos high-res, Qobuz has been doing that for years, and people really like that platform. So if you're looking for an alternative, Qobuz is one to check out. And just saying that the Portal has delivered around a little over 1 million music tracks as of September 2021. All right, we're going to touch upon another catalog acquisition because we're seeing these just basically on a weekly basis for the last year. BMG buys bundle of Tina Turner's rights in music's latest big money deal. By signing the arrangement, BMG gets the artist's share of the recordings as well as the music publishing writer's share and adjacent rights. But it's Warner Music remains the record company for Turner's catalog. Interestingly, BMG acquired Tina Turner alone, not through this joint fund with investment firm KKR earlier this year. This is the largest single artist rights buy by BMG since its inception in 2008. So the Tina Turner transaction concluded for more than BMG paid for Mick Fleetwood's career-spanning recorded music income stream in January. And given the hype around the Tina Turner deal at BMG, Music Business Worldwide believes this latest acquisition is worth around $50 million at least. The transaction covers Tina Turner's solo works comprising 10 studio albums, 2 live albums, 2 soundtracks, 5 compilations, which together have sold over 100 million records. All right. So this is from All Access, and Live X Live completes rebranding as Live One. I'm just going to go back, and this is just get you up to speed, is going back, Live X Live Media is changing its change. This is going back in earlier this year. It's changing its name to Live One Inc. as it is spinning off its pay-per-view business as a separate company. With Live X Live stockholders getting a portion of the spin-off company, PPV1, Live One will trade on NASDAQ under the stock symbol LVO. The rebranding will extend to the company's divisions, with One based on Podcast One's name as the overriding theme. Slacker will become Slacker One, React Presents will be React One, and the merchandising business, CPS, will become Personalized Merch One. If you just even look at that word as all caps, it just looks like this it looks like a Danish word, actually. It's one of those really just long words. And the original content business will be Studio One. Podcast One will retain its current brand. Chairman CEO Rob Ellen said, quote, "We are excited to announce a rebranding of Live X Live that reflects the evolution of our company, its accelerated growth, and our vision for the future as one brand." All right. Let's talk about R. Kelly for a moment. And we brought up a topic last week where the question was posed, and it was Jim Oswald, Variety was asking, it's like, and others were asking, should his music be removed from the platforms? Well, Complete Music Update has this article referencing here that YouTube deletes 2 official R. Kelly channels. So his official channel and his Vivo channel have been removed from the platform. This follows last week's guilty verdict in which a jury in New York concluded that the star built and led a criminal enterprise designed to allow him to sexually and physically abuse young people, including minors. YouTube is not removing R. Kelly's music from the catalog of its streaming service, it should be noted. But the specific R. Kelly channels on its main platform have been deleted. A spokesperson said yesterday, quote, "We can confirm that we have terminated 2 channels linked to R. Kelly in accordance with our creator responsibility guidelines." Meanwhile, the Google company's head of legal, Nicole Alston, said in a memo, quote, "Egregious actions committed by R. Kelly warrant penalties beyond standard enforcement measures due to a potential to cause widespread harm. Ultimately, we are taking this action to protect our users similar to other platforms." Bloomberg also notes that while YouTube channels are usually only deleted because of bad conduct by creators on the platform itself, quote, "Deleting a channel for a person's behavior in the real world is unusual, but not unprecedented." It adds, the video site introduced a policy in 2018 to penalize creators for behavior off the platform. Creators have faced punishment if they do anything that could cause malicious harm to others or participating in abuse or violence. The policy also led to the deletion of the channel of Austin Jones, the musician and YouTuber who was jailed in 2019 after pleading guilty to a child pornography charge. So if anybody has some thoughts on this, any of the topics you want to raise, feel free to raise your hand, join the stage. Now, we are going to move overseas. And this one, we talked about this past weekend. Scotland had a chaotic rollout with their new COVID pass for the nightlife industries and spurred lots of comments. This is just a follow-up here, and this is from IQ Mags. The Scottish government apologizes for vaccine passport shambles. Vaccine certification became mandatory for large events and nightclubs on Friday, October 1st, but a vast majority of people experienced repeated problems in registering and uploading their personal vaccine status to the app, according to the event sectors. Sounds like my Coinbase account for verification. Scottish venues reported high levels of customer frustration over the lack of information from government and the chaotic rollout of the app. In her weekly COVID-19 update earlier today, the First Minister, Nicola Sturgeon, said that NHS Scotland systems were to blame for the troubled launch rather than the app itself. Sturgeon went on to say that the initial backlog of those waiting for the vaccine passport had been cleared by Saturday, October 2nd, lunchtime, and that the Scottish government would continue to monitor the performance of the app. However, the event industry, which warned against the policy, is calling for the scheme to be scrapped immediately to avoid further damage to a, quote, very fragile nighttime economy. All right. Twitch. All right. Well, we're not going to talk about DMCA strikes with Twitch for a change or licensing agreements. Twitch source code and creator payouts are part of a massive leak. If you have a Twitch account, make sure to go change your password immediately. And also, put on 2-factor authentication. Twitch appears to have been hacked, leaking source code for the company's streaming service, an unreleased Steam competitor in Amazon Game Studios, and the details of creators' payouts. An anonymous poster on the 4chan message board has released a 125 gigabyte torrent, which they claim includes the entirety of Twitch and its commit history. The poster claims the leak is designed to, quote, foster more disruption and competition in the online video streaming space. The Verge is able to confirm that the leak is legitimate and includes code that is as recent as this week. Video Game Chronicle first reported the details on the leak earlier, and the leak includes the following: 3 years worth of details regarding creator payouts on Twitch, the entirety of Twitch TV with commit history going back to its early beginnings, source code for the mobile, desktop, and video game console Twitch clients, code related to proprietary SDKs and internal AWS services, an unreleased Steam competitor from Amazon Game Studios, data on their Twitch properties like IGDB and CurseForge, and Twitch's internal security tools. That doesn't sound good. The leak is labeled as Part 1, suggesting there could be more to come. Video Game Chronicles report that Twitch is aware of the breach, but the company has not yet informed its user base. The leak doesn't appear to include password or address information on Twitch users, but that doesn't mean this information hasn't been obtained as part of the breach. In fact, the leaker seems to have focused on sharing Twitch's own company tools and information rather than the code that would include personal accounts. But better to be safe than sorry. Make sure you go change your passwords. All right. Just have a few more articles here, and then if there's something you want to bring to the table, feel free to raise your hand, and we'll bring you on up in a little bit. All right, from TechCrunch. Well, you remember all those Clubhouse clones that were rolling out left and right, seemed like on a weekly basis? Well, Fireside has launched, and speaking from personal experience, I'm one of the early Fireside creators. It's not a Clubhouse clone. It's different. It's really interesting. So I'm going to check out. I'll give you the breakdown on this article here. Is in a sea of new creator platforms, Fireside feels it has a compelling offer for professionals, creators seeking a more sophisticated set of tools for content creation, distribution, measurement, and monetization. These are the key points here that makes it different from Clubhouse. The program, which allows for live and interactive presentations, made headlines during its testing period thanks to Mark Cuban's financial backing. With him are Fallon Fatemi, who sold her last startup to Sugar CRM, and Mike Hebe, an early Yammer employee. The platform has now exited beta with over 500 producers. I'm one of them. With a combined audience of over 100 million, the company reports. While early similarities to the live audio platforms like Clubhouse or Twitter Spaces were made, hosting live audio content is merely one of Fireside's many features. Due to the company's reluctance to discuss its plans before debut, suspicions arose that Fireside would yet be another Clubhouse clone. In truth, Fireside provides more services. Creators can now broadcast live audio or video material to other social networks, stream it live in Fireside, record it, save it, and modify it for later distribution to other social networks or podcast destinations, or watch it on demand within Fireside. In other words, it tries to mix the fun of live concerts with the desires of producers to extend their live material beyond the platform where it was first hosted or recorded. It also provides capabilities for audience growth, promotion, editing, measurement, distribution, and revenue. These aren't optional extras. They're actually part of the Fireside's end-to-end content production experience, which producers today generally manage with a slew of single-purpose tools. Creators can choose to host a live audio, video, or mix of both. Yes, you can have video in there. You can have two people. It's kind of like, I would say, Instagram video a little bit with that, but it's all part of the audio. You know, it's so cool. On Fireside, like other live platforms, there's a digital stage where co-hosts and guests may participate in, and the audience can respond with emoticons like clapping, thumbs up, and more. So yes, so if you were in the audience here right now and you liked what I said, you could applaud, you could give it a thumbs up, and we'd hear a sound effect. I could also turn those off as the host because sometimes they could be annoying. But there's a lot of great, it's really interactive in that sense. So you also, during the live broadcast, content can be streamed to platforms, including YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Vimeo, LinkedIn Live, and others. After editing, the show can be shared via social media, podcasts, or RSS for podcasts. Creators can monetize their audience. Do you see there's like so much more to it than Clubhouse? Creators can monetize their audience directly on Fireside in addition to cash generated via social media or podcast subscriptions. Fireside will first support subscription and paid events priced by creators. It supports in-show advertising via Libsyn, and gifting and tipping are planned brand connections. That's right. There's also going to be NFTs, and with which creators can easily clip a segment of their show and distribute it to other NFT marketplaces. Fireside only takes a 3% cut of ticket and subscription sales until the creator earns $30,000 in income. It then takes 15% after assessing the market and talking to creators about what they thought was fair. Fireside, though now officially launched, isn't open to all. The creators it chooses to work with must be professionals, even if they're just starting out. So even if you're just starting out, you are vetted. Even people, when you register it, and they aren't doing this like, you know, where Clubhouse like, oh, you know, do you have an invite to Clubhouse? You can sign up, but you do everybody gets vetted. And the creators, once you're on the platform, you can then apply to be a creator. And then you go through the stages. They vet you. So it's not like Clubhouse or Green Room where anybody could start a room. So what you're not going to find there is gem rooms from Green Room. You're not going to find silent rooms. You're not going to, there's a lot of, it's a different type of area. It's this live podcasting with video. And you can live stream. You can, if you're a video streamer, you can type it in, put it into Restream. You can put it out to all your platforms. And if people don't have the app, if I start a room and I broadcast to the world and I put it up on Twitter, and people click that link, if they don't have the app, they don't need the app. It'll take them to my personal web page on Fireside, and they can watch it directly from the website. And I, as a creator, am notified that people are watching from the world. And it's really great with the analytics they're giving, and you can have playbacks. It's a different type of platform. So it's certainly not a Clubhouse clone. And there's a lot of, it's a slow, we were talking about this in the morning show about the side hustle. But one of the things I was talking about was when starting a company is like being able to start it slowly and so it grows with the audience and being able to monetize. And that's exactly what they did. They've been really hush hush. They weren't speaking to the media about, oh, we have this great new app coming out. They were taking their time. They were working. I mean, I had an issue with something, and I emailed the support team, and the CEO emailed me back within 15 minutes. And they're like, we're taking care of this. Thank you. I mean, that's the kind of, passion, and that's the kind of involvement that this platform is building upon with their creators. So I encourage you to check it out. There's a lot of really great content. And again, it's more of this podcast with this engagement. So it's a little bit different. So with that being said, let's move over to platform and stream. Vertigo app unveils new artist lounges linking eyes, ears, and streams. Artist lounges are the virtual spaces where artists and fans may connect over streaming music and live audio video. These artist-run facilities are designed to bring fans together and organize unique events, from release parties and listening parties to video premieres. Every time a fan listens to a track or watches content with music, it's a paid stream. Vertigo Global Head and Creator Services Phoenix Stone said, quote, there's a huge gap between streaming services and social platforms, between eyeballs and streams. Artists, managers, and labels are always hunting for new ways to get more people to listen on music streaming services. We're closing the gap between eyeballs and ears so that stream happens at the moment content is consumed by the fan. This gives the artist a unique opportunity to boost streams in a listening lounge or by creating content at any strategic time. It combines the participatory fun of social media, where many musicians gain fans, with the career benefits of streaming music services, where accredited streams help artists chart and earn money. Vertigo's unique technology connects and synchronizes users' streaming accounts so they may exchange high-quality video, audio, and text to deepen the connection. And thanks to Vertigo's synchronizing technology, every eye on a new music video creates a paid stream. So several hundred musicians ranging from country to synthwave have already joined Vertigo, with more joining every day. All right, we have one more for you. It's our favorite time of the show.
Big green dot, it's the spot.
That's right. It is the Spotify spot, because what's a day without something going on or talking about Spotify? Well, this is from Digital Music News. And again, if you want to see all the articles that we are referencing, go to musicindustrycity.com. Click on the Music Industry News, the latest post there, and you can see all the headlines. And we're also in the video live stream. If you want to check that out, it's YouTube, Music Industry City, or you can just go right to the website and click on it. You'll see the graphic right there. All right, Spotify is studying listener brain activity to optimize digital audio ads, because of course they are. So neuromarketing technology helps brands understand how different media affects the human brain. That digital audio ads can elicit more engagement and emotional activation than other sorts of ads. The investigation was conducted by Spotify and NeuroInsight. More than 600 people listen to Spotify audio advertising. They listen to rock, rap, and Latin music with advertising interwoven. Researchers then use steady-state topography to quantify the brain's response to stimuli. A lot of words there. SST, they're calling that. SST is a brain tracking method developed by NeuroInsight founder Richard Silverstein, and it says it can, quote, tap the speed of different parts of the brain very sensitively by virtue of the fact that different parts of the brain are specialized for different functions. We're able to infer psychological processes, according to Silverstein. The Spotify study indicates that digital audio engages long-term memory and past experiences. Different genres had a variety of effects on the brain, such as speech-driven genres like rap produce more engagement, while genres like rock produce a greater emotional intensity. Meanwhile, Latin music scored as a great all-around engagement with emotion. The Spotify-sponsored study found that 93% of the brain's measured engagement with music or podcasts translated to the ads that followed. Quote from the global director and principal data scientist Joe Gibbs at Spotify, "Our goal is to serve music and podcasts to users before they know they want it." That's a very comforting statement, some might say. Spotify also tested podcast genres for their neuro responses. Podcasts with stories about people like The Journal drive high engagement and detailed memory. Light entertainment with celebrities like Armchair Expert with Dax Shepard skew towards global memory. Meanwhile, easy listening format podcasts like the Bill Simmons podcast created a well-rounded engagement experience for listeners. The Spotify study found that 80% of people listen to audio content while doing other things. This included walking, exercise, chores, working, commuting, and relaxing. And 66% of respondents said audio was a nice break from the visual overload. All right, and that does it for the reads. Let's open up the stage to the audience. I'm going to put 3 minutes on the clock. If you'd like to offer your thoughts or comments about today's topics, or you have something you want to bring to the table, now is your chance to join the conversation. We have just I'm going to put 3 minutes on the clock here if there's something anybody wants to comment on. All right, well, that's going to be it then. All right, again, we are doing an event on October 14th, Music Industry City, with the Future Music Forum Barcelona. It's all part of the Power of Indie virtual conference. That's October 14th through the 16th. We are doing a special series on October 14th. We're also making a big announcement. You don't want to miss out on this. It's about the future Music Industry City and all the amazing things that are to come. That is not just on Clubhouse. This is a small segment. We are going to be doing a lot more programming, a lot more events, in-person events, international, a lot with the community. Make sure to check out musicindustrycity.com. If you're not already signed up, it's free. You can also, there's also a section if you want to help support for $1.99 a month. We always thank everybody, our supporters, for helping us keep that website going and everything happening. Again, you can go to the website, musicindustrycity.com. We have published the big final full schedule. So that is up there. You can see the full schedule. You can register for the event on October 14th through 16th. It's free, so why not get a ticket? All right, everybody. And with that being said, we're going to wrap up for the day, and that does it for the Music Industry News at noon on this Wednesday from New York. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. I'm Peter Schwing, and for everybody else, have a rocking day. Cheers.